If you keep starting strong and fading out, let me tell you this. You are not lazy. You are just tired. And tired people do not need shame. They need support, rest, and clarity. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mind and Growth Workout, your home for personal development. I am the host, Lesson Mwachukwu. Before we go ahead, I want to say Happy New Month. Welcome to the month of February. I believe that the year is going strong for you, and I pray it continues that way for you. Not everything that looks like laziness is laziness. Do you know? I hope you do. Sometimes it's exhaustion. Sometimes it's overwhelm. Sometimes it's your body and your mind asking for care and not criticism. So today we are going to talk about the line between laziness and tiredness and why confusing the two is costing many people their peace. Why do people confuse laziness with tiredness? The first one is because productivity culture praises constant output. In many modern societies, especially online, value is measured by how much you produce, how visible your results are, and how busy you appear to be. People see doing more as evidence of ambition or success, while slowing down is often misunderstood as weakness or lack of trust. At the core point of productivity culture is if you're not doing anything, you're wasting your time. And that is why a lot of persons confuse laziness with tiredness. So there's this quiet belief of if you're not producing anything, you are lazy. If you're not producing anything, you're wasting your time. Because productivity culture keeps screaming, you need to do something, you need to do something, you need to do something. That is why a lot of us are tired, but because we just want to keep up with that productivity culture, we are just running around even when we need to rest. So people see you as a valuable person if you keep churning out resources, if you keep sharing value, if they keep seeing your ambition, your success, and then slowing down or taking rest, they feel you are not productive. But is that supposed to be so? No, it's not supposed to be so. What's the second reason why people confuse laziness with tiredness? Second is rest is often seen as weakness. People often frame rest as weakness because it challenges the belief that your worth always comes from your effort and your output. So that's why they see rest as weakness. Because rest to tell you that your worth doesn't just come from your effort. It doesn't just come from what you do. But people do not want to hear that. And when they keep struggling, even when their body is giving them signal, when their body is sending signs to them, you need to slow down, you need to rest. They just keep going and going and going without resting. And when they finally break down, they just start looking for who to blame or what to blame or anything like that. I want to ask, when you finally break down, that single thing you have been doing, will you keep doing it? Or it will wait for you to resume? I mean, you should give yourself an honest answer. When you finally break down, that very thing we've just been running around for, I must get this before I take rest, I must do this before I take rest, will it still be there waiting for you? Or will someone continue it? Or will it fly away because you just broke down? In many cultures, strength is often associated with endurance, pushing through discomfort, ignoring limits, and continuing even when you are tired. But is that supposed to be so? Is that how you define strength? And because of this, rest is often misunderstood as slacking off, giving up, or not doing anything, rather than a part of functioning well. Because if you are taking enough rest, you will function very well. I tell you. You see, this year we have been screaming, fix goals, create something, do something big. I just hope that rest is part of the something big you want to do this year. Because you cannot just be achieving a lot if you do not have rest. Your body needs time to rest in order to be productive. I always tell myself, listen, if it's too much to handle, rest. Your mind is telling you you've reached your limit. Rest. And when you rest and come back, you'll see that there is a change. When you are tired and you continue doing just because you want to show up, just because you don't want people to say that you're giving up too soon, when you finally break down, you will not be happy with yourself. And I bet you, let me use this instance. Let's say you're a fashion designer, you're a tailor, and you're making clothes for someone, and you get tired in the process, right? Instead of you to take rest, you now keep insisting, I will finish this, I will finish this, I will finish this. You know what your machine would do? It's a breakdown. It's either you're having problem with your stitches, or you're not getting the exact style you want to make, or just keeps something keeps happening to you, that at the end of the day you say that you will make mistakes. The rest you do not have, the clothes you did not make, mistakes you still have. So you see why it's necessary to take rest. Whenever your body is screaming, bless him, rest, Cynthia, rest, Cynthia, rest, Kinsley, rest, George, rest, please rest. Listen to your body. Yes, do not see rest as weakness. That's why we confuse laziness and tiredness. Because you see rest, somebody resting as weak as laziness, but it's not supposed to be so. You can be genuinely tired, and taking rest is part of functioning well. It's part of productivity. You cannot take rest away from productivity. It is not possible. Many people are afraid that if they rest, they will fall behind. They will lose their momentum. They will lose their sense of purpose or what have you. But is that actually so? No. When you take risks, you're not losing your sense of purpose. You're not losing momentum. You're not falling behind. You're not lagging behind. Yes, you're not. Or you feel whenever you take risks that you'll be replaced. Please remove it from the back of your mind. Remove it from your mind entirely, not just the back of your mind, the head of your mind, the leg of your mind, whatever it is. Remove it from your mind that when you take rest, that you'll be replaced, or you're lagging behind, or you're just not capable of doing something. No, it is not so. So what's the third reason why people confuse laziness with tiredness? It's because people often internalize guilt anytime they are tired, or anytime they want to take rest, or anytime they slow down. They internalize guilt. Oh my God, I've not done this. I am telling you, because I do it. I mean, I'm learning to stop. I am not perfect in this area, because sometimes when I slow down, I keep internalizing guilt. Oh my God, so 3 hours just got wasted. I did not achieve anything. So that's why I'm even bringing this topic this month. It's very important for you and me, because I will keep going over this over and over to learn from what I am teaching you. Yes, I remember there was a time I was really down. By down, what do I mean? I was tired, I was stressed. Then I decided to rest. I think I spent 2 hours just resting. I wasn't sleeping. Rest is not always when you sleep. I wasn't sleeping. Just that I wasn't doing any work. Yes. I intentionally said I wasn't going to do any work. But then after the 2 hours, I kept complaining to myself, listen, I did not achieve anything today. Oh my God, I did not do anything. I must do something today so that today will be productive for me. Meanwhile, I just rested and it was still productive, because that was the very thing I said I was going to do that day, to take rest. So I understand when people don't want to rest, because they will keep internalizing guilt when they slow down. You were doing something online, or you are a content creator, and you said you're going to show up every day, but this particular day, so a lot of things came up for you that you never had the chance to show up. But because you're just struggling, you don't want to feel guilty, right? I feel you, because I have always been in your shoes. Yes, I mean, not just your shoe, your shoes. all the shoes you have. I've been in all of them. It's good to take rest. Do not feel guilty. I was forced to record some episodes sometime, but because I was tired, this is another example, not the first one I gave. Because I was tired one day, yes, because I was tired that particular day, I did not do it. But then the following day, I was like, I wish I had done this. I feel I was awake. Oh. Yes, I was awake because I record my episodes at night when I have absolute quietness. So I was like, oh God. But then I realized, no, 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 no. You rested too. I was awake doing something else actually because I had no strength to just come on live or just set up my cameras and everything to start saying hi or hi or hi or. So that the following day, I was just saying, listen, you could have done this, you could have done that, this and that, this and that. But then I was just telling myself, listen, ma, no, don't go that way. My friend was even telling me, why are you sounding like this? What's that? What is that? Are you not the one that did? Are you not the one that did? So I understand. Believe me when I say I understand when people internalize guilt whenever they slow down. When you internalize guilt whenever you slow down. So that's why this is here, so that we can actually become better persons. So that whenever we slow down, whenever we take rest, we will not feel so guilty about it. Because I mean, we are not supposed to feel guilty, right? Yeah, we are not. People have been conditioned to believe that slowing down means falling behind. Yes, you've been conditioned that when you slow down, when you cut down your pace, that means you're falling behind. Well, newsflash, you are not falling behind. Just that your progress is slow compared to others. And slow progress is still progress. So what actually is laziness? What does laziness actually look like? The first one is lack of interest without efforts to change. That is what laziness is. Lack of interest without any efforts to change. You know, you want to become a content creator this year and there's no interest. I mean, you set your big goals and everything. There's no interest and there's no effort to change. You're not even making efforts to change to say, okay, I'm going to avoid procrastination. I'm going to do this particular thing today, come whatever may. There's just no interest. That is what laziness actually is. So if you still discover that you have interest, even as you're feeling tired, you're not lazy, you're just tired, right? Just that you are just tired to perform that very thing, that particular moment. It can be moved, it can be postponed. The second one is comfort in stagnation. That's what laziness is. You are comfortable in your comfort zone. Your comfort zone might not even be a beautiful place. It might just be somewhere you are just stagnant. But because you're too comfortable, you don't want to raise your hand. You do not want to do anything. You just want the soft life, the baby girl treatment. You are lazy. That's what laziness is. You're just comfortable in stagnation. You are stagnant and you're comfortable. You do not want to do anything. You have strength. Even on days you have strength, even on your low energy days, you do not want to do anything. You are what? Lazy. Lazy. Then the next one is avoidance without internal resistance. You know, even when you're tired, you try to resist that tired urge. But when you're lazy, you avoid anything. There's no internal resistance. There's no why don't try to do some? Your body, your mind will just keep screaming. Yes, don't do anything. Leave it. We're okay like this. You are lazy. So that's what laziness is. Do not confuse laziness and tiredness. So what actually is tiredness? Yes. What does it look like? Or how does it look like? lack of motivation despite desire. You have the desire to do this, but there's no motivation. Probably because you are stressed at work, or something happened, or you just received a very bad news. Just something happened. You have the desire to do what you want to do, but there's no motivation. You are tired and not lazy, right? The second one is emotional overload. There are a lot of things in your mind. Maybe you just received your heartbreak this new year. Okay, let me not go there. You're just you just have a lot of emotional baggages that you need to drop, or you just know that your emotions are not in place. You are confused, you're frustrated, you're overwhelmed, all of those things. You are not lazy. You are just tired. That is what tiredness looks like. You are not lazy. I say it again. You are just tired. And the next one is mental fatigue. You're tired mentally. You cannot process thoughts because there are a lot of things that are just running from this post to the other post of your mind, of your brain. You are tired. When you are lazy, your mind is at rest. Mm-hmm. Your mind is at rest. There's no jumping from one post to the other, just like when you're tired. So that's what tiredness actually looks like. Now let's talk about signs you need rest, not discipline. So when you notice these things, just know that you need rest. You do not need discipline. You do not need anybody shouting for you. Meanwhile, what do I mean by you do not need discipline? Resting is discipline. Do you know? Yes, it is. So these are the signs that you need rest. Number one, whenever you have constant guilt for not doing enough, you need rest. You do a lot, but then you feel you're not doing enough constantly. You need rest, because in your place of rest you'll be able to meditate and you understand that, okay, actually I have done a lot this year, I have done a lot this week, I have done a lot this month. So anytime you're constantly saying that I have not done enough, you need rest. Mm, I said so. Anytime you have difficulty concentrating, you need rest. Anytime you want to do something but your mind is jumping from pillar to post, you need rest. Do not continue. If not, you'll be wasting your time, wasting your strength, wasting your resources. See, taking that 10 minute nap can save you a lot of things. I tell you, taking that 20 minutes break, it will help you. It will help you. Whenever you're tired, just make sure you fix it in your day. You have your daily routine, you have your itinerary with what you want to achieve today. Please, if you can fix 20 minutes break at intervals after every goal you achieve, 20 minutes break, 10 minutes break, just to recover, it will help your mind become productive. It will help your brain become much more productive. So anytime you have difficulty concentrating, you are doing a lot, but then you cannot concentrate, you need to rest. Anytime you're feeling overwhelmed by simple tasks, rest. The things you find easy to do, they now become hard for you. You are too overwhelmed. You want to cook. I'm just using cooking as an instance. You want to cook, but you cannot even boil water. You feel overwhelmed. Please rest. To what extent where are we going to? Where are you rushing to? Must you break down? At the, must you achieve your goal at the expense of your health, of breaking down, of getting burnt out? Please, anytime you feel overwhelmed by those tasks that are simple, that come naturally to you, please, you need rest. It's a sign. Your body has been speaking to you. Listen, rest. Favor, rest. Clinton, rest. So if you're watching this, if you're listening to this beside a neighbor, beside someone, just tell the person it's okay to take rest. If you can write it and just paste it on your wall, wherever you will see it, it's okay to take rest. Then the last one is anytime you feel irritable, that things just like our Nigerians would say, pepper body. Your body is just itching. You're just okay. Anything somebody does to you can just snap at the person. You need rest. You're not always like that. We understand. I mean, we forgive you for the past. Right now, you understand that you need rest. That's why you're acting that way. Because if you had rested well as you should, you would have processed maybe what the person is saying before giving a response instead of just snapping at the person because you just cannot explain how you feel, but you just know that you just have this feeling of irritability. Please, let's do better this year. You do not need more pressure. You just need recovery, and rest can solve it for you. All right? Anytime you're tired, this is how to respond. Yes, this is how to respond appropriately. Number one, rest. Not just indefinitely. Be intentional about your rest. Like I said, you can fix 10 minutes break or a 20 minutes break anytime you achieve anything for your daily routine, your weekly intention, your monthly goals, and all of those things. Right? Rest. Make sure you rest. Not indefinitely, not maybe 2 months rest. If what you're doing or if your health demands that, I mean you should do that, right? But then do not think that rest is not doing anything, being lazy. No, that is not rest. Number two is to adjust your expectations. Anytime you're tired and you still want to show up, adjust your expectations. So instead of just doing 50 things that you would have done when you had enough strength, yes, you can just do one thing or you rest. So adjust your expectations. Stop mounting pressure on yourself. Yes, stop mounting pressure on yourself. The third one is honor your minimum version anytime you're tired. Like I said, this is how to respond appropriately. Honor your minimum version. I talked about minimum version in the previous episode. So if you haven't seen that, please go and do that. All right. Yes, like I said, if you can do 50 things your energy is high, when your energy is low, when you're tired, you can just do one. You can just do 5 minutes exercise instead of doing the 1 hour exercise that you normally do. Yes, that's how to respond whenever you are tired. Then the next is to return gently. Whenever you're returning, return gently. Don't just say you want to come in full force. Yes, you can return gently, and before you know it, then your body is now used to your normal activity. So as you've taken your 20 minutes break and you're back, it's not something you not just come and start hit. I mean, your energy will be on a high when you take break and you come back. Sometimes it cannot just be on the high. It's something that you need to just build the momentum. Something that will just keep propelling, something that will just keep rising and revving like an engine. Do you understand? Before you label yourself as lazy, ask yourself, am I simply exhausted or am I simply avoiding growth? Yes, just ask yourself before you call yourself lazy. Before you say blessing you're a lazy girl, ask yourself, am I simply exhausted or am I avoiding growth? Yeah. So that's a good way to end today's episode. Remember we talked about the line between laziness and tiredness. And I said sometimes you are not lazy, it is just tiredness. And you know our culture before I leave, here are our tasks for the week. The first question I want you to ask yourself is, when was the last time I felt deeply rested? Remember, give yourself honest answers. The second question you should ask yourself is, how hard have I been on myself? Have I been too hard on myself? Yes, that's the second question you should ask yourself. In what areas have I been hard? When you ask yourself, have I been hard on myself? And you say yes. The next one, which is the third question you should ask yourself is, in what areas have I been hard on myself? So just write them down if you can, right? So you can work on those areas. When you feel stuck or low, just pause before you judge yourself, right? Just pause whenever you feel stuck. Ask yourself, what do I need right now? So you have to figure out if it's rest or minimum version or complete shutdown. So whichever one it is, just ask yourself and know the one. I sincerely appreciate you, or anytime I see comments, it makes me happy. So do not forget to drop in the comments what you learned. I also wanted to drop, I will take my rest seriously this year. I will take my rest seriously this year. Drop it in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Till I come your way next time, I still remain blessing remarkable. And this is Mind and Growth Workout, the home for personal development. Have a beautiful morning.